Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwander and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, we have the great pleasure of meeting with William Balance. He is the CEO of Lavender. Welcome, William.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
What does Lavender do?
Lavender is an email coach and assistant for sales emails. It just sits within your workflow, whether that's in an SCP like Outreach or SalesLoft, or in your inbox like Gmail or Outlook. And it looks at anything in your email that can hurt your chance of getting a positive reply, and it helps you fix it. At a high level, it's things like personalizing faster, understanding what's hurting your work rates based on your team's data, and a whole host of features that just help you write better emails faster.
So it really has two functions. It's an instant fix, but also it's a coaching tool.
For the individual contributor, the rep, as they're writing an email, it'll look for anything that's hurting their reply rates based on their unique data, and it will help them fix it in real time as they're writing a one-to-one personalized email, as they're writing a template or a sequence, etc. And then over time, it learns about what's working or not working for them and for their team, and it starts to coach them over time. So it's also a coaching tool for the managers as well to see which reps are really doing well, which ones are maybe underperforming, and where they can help them. So we find a lot of users who are things like PIPs, and they're maybe at risk of losing their job, but they start using Lavender. It learns what's good for them, and then it helps them to book more meetings.
What are the metrics that people can use in order to know whether this works effectively or whether people need more improvement?
The main thing that we really focus on for our users is the reply rate. So are we going to increase your chance of getting a reply? Right. You want to book more meetings. You want to close more deals, but you're not going to have that happen unless you're starting a conversation. So at first, we focus on how do we get our users more replies? Typically, teams will get somewhere close to doubling their reply rates when they use our product. We also want to help the reps save time, because there's lots of other parts of the sales process. There's cold calls, there's social selling on LinkedIn. There's a whole host of things, even just updating your CRM, that take time. So we also have a writing timer in Lavender that keeps the reps on track on how much time they spend per email. Over the usage of our product, we tend to see that sales reps will reduce their time spent in email by about 50%.
Where do you get the intelligence from?
We learn based on the past history of our users and their teams. So whenever you use Lavender, it's really simple to install. And we look at all of your historic data, even before you had Lavender, and we learn what are the things that historically worked for your team. How does that compare to other people that we've seen across our user base? Which things are similar, which things are different? And then Lavender learns what is like the customization of the algorithm for your team, both in their net new cold emails, but also in their templates, as well as their replies. Once you get a reply from a prospect and you're during that lead, all these things have different characteristics of what makes a good email. For a lot of users that could have patterns, there are some things that we see quite often, but there's also nuances to every team we work with. We have over 20,000 users now. We work with teams all over the world, primarily in the US and Europe, although there are some other countries that use the product, like in Latin America. And we're analyzing tens of millions of emails every month, and we're seeing what works, doesn't work.
AI analyzes best practices, but you also must have data on the worst mistakes. What are some of the top mistakes that salespeople are making?
The biggest mistake that sales reps make is making the email about themselves, about their product. And almost all of the emails I receive are automated. Even to me as the founder of Lavender, they're automated. They look just like all of their competitors, and it's all about their product and what they want, which is to book a meeting. The ones that really break through the noise put me at first. Here's why this would be really specifically needed at your company. And they really probe me for getting a conversation started before they go straight into let's book a meeting.
So your addressable market is well over 20 million. How do you propose to get there, to have every salesperson in the world use Lavender.ai?
That would be the dream. I think if everyone used Lavender.ai, there'd be a lot of better emails out there than what we're seeing right now. The majority of them are so thoughtless, I guess, and generic that it's really hard to give that rep the time of day. And that's sad because they don't know they're doing anything wrong. It's just what they're being told to do by their boss. I think had everyone had Lavender, that would be an excellent outcome. What we're doing now, though, is just focusing on the users that are within our community. We are building a product for them that helps them win. And what we see in the past is once they've tried the product and they're getting more reply rates, their managers tend to take notice, and the managers then want the whole team on the product.
What can people find more? What can they find when they go to lavender.ai?
They're going to find some great examples of users who have had success with our product. They're going to see more about the product itself and teams that have been using it and the results they've gotten. But I think if they were to go to our website, where I'd really want to direct them would be to our blog. We have a great blog that has lots of deep data on AI in sales emails in general, psychology, the data that we're seeing and how it's changing and how it's being applied. And every week we have a new topic that comes out that we focus all of our content around. If you do go to our website, I would really encourage you to check out our content. It's always there to be helpful and hopefully creative and hopefully entertaining.